Good morning. Hey, yogis. I don't know if you're tuning in live. If you are, it's 8 o'clock on a Thursday. Woohoo! So I have my big old cup of coffee. But this is being recorded and you can be watching it at any time. So I appreciate you subscribing to the channel and you're tuning in to this yin slow flow, which we're going to do a series of all seated stretches. So I have a couple friends right now who had some injuries over the summer and can't stand on their legs. This is going out to you. And also for any of those yogis that are just waking up and are not in the mood to be upright yet, this is also for you. So a yin class is a slower flow, but just as meaningful for your body. We're going to hold each position a little bit longer. And today every position is going to be in seated. So still you're going to want nearby blocks, straps. I'm propped up on a little yoga block right now to promote your alignment. And so that's where we're going to start today. I'm going to read for you a little scripture for our intention. So what I'm going to recommend is, if you don't have them already, grab a few blocks, pillows, bolsters, strap, and then find your way into a comfortable seat. And when I say that, you could literally be sitting, but you could also be laying down. You could be with your legs out in front. I have my legs crossed. I just need you to find a place where you can calm your mind and come into your breath, because that's where we're going to start our practice today. So find your comfortable seat, close your eyes. Just for a moment, notice your alignment. Feel as if from the crown of your head all the way to your seat is a straight line. That may mean you have to pull your shoulders back a little bit. That may mean you have to engage your lower abdomen a little bit. Don't work too hard. This is not like military upright that we're looking for, just like a nice alignment. Palms up on your thighs to invite that energy in, kind of wake you up a little bit. But if you've been up for a while or had too much coffee and you're ready to be grounded, palms down. As you're breathing, inhale and exhale through your nose. It warms, cleanses, filters that air. And as we breathe, it gives us an opportunity to have an auditory cue to focus on so we can calm our mind. As you continue to breathe, the intention that I'm going to help you set today is still related to this theme I'm kind of going with that our Advent Health University has chosen for this term, be the change. And so I read this scripture in a faculty meeting yesterday. I'm going to share it with you now. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. And I personally think those are exactly the words I need to hear right now, today. That is exactly the reminder that I need, is to know that even in the midst of a journey that seems confusing and long and maybe one that you didn't choose, that's exactly where you're supposed to be. And if you're open to those possibilities, keep inhaling and exhaling. Then your sky's the limit. Possibilities are endless. Keeping your faith, your hope, and your love as your pillars by which you make decisions can help us all live in a better place. We're going to go ahead and start to move a little bit, waking up your body. So gently blink your eyes open. Continue to work on your inhale and your exhale. Place your right hand on your low belly. Place your left hand on your chest, which is kind of near your heart. As you inhale, first fill your low abdomen, then expand your lungs and your rib cage. And then exhale through your nose. And in doing that, you cannot help but align your body and lift your heart. So inhale, exhale. Good. Inhale, exhale. Good. Let's wake up our body a little more. This time, reaching up. Inhale, reach up. Tilt your chin towards the sun. Exhale, hands, heart, center. Let's do that again. Inhale, reaching up towards the sky. Lift your heart, lift your spirits. Exhale, hands, heart, center. Set your intention for this practice right here, right now. Maybe it has to do with one of those pillars I mentioned: faith, hope, love. And you can make that a mantra. Just put I am in front of it. I am faithful. I am hopeful. I am love. And in this practice, as we seek to align our bodies, let us also have the opportunity to align our mind and our spirit. Okay? Inhale, reaching up, lift your chin to the sky. Exhale, rotate to the right. So place your right hand behind you, maybe at the small of your back to help lift and lengthen your spine. My left arm comes across to my right knee. And I'm still feeling that lifting and that lengthening from my tail to my crown as I engage my spine and allow for a twist. Maybe every exhale, 1 millimeter farther twisting to the right. And by holding my left hand on my right knee, I can also kind of like distract a little bit and get a stretch across the back of that left shoulder. If it feels okay, turn your chin over that right shoulder. One more breath here. As you exhale, chin comes back to center. Undo your twist. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Chin up. Exhale, hands, heart, center. One more inhale, and we're going to twist to the left. So this time, my right hand comes across the outside of my left knee. My right hand is in my low back. My spine is aligned. My gaze is over my left shoulder. If that's too much and it bothers your neck, bring your chin back so it's in alignment with your heart. And you're still going to get the benefit of that spinal twist through your abdomen and your lower spine. And my right arm kind of being locked here on my left knee gives me an opportunity for a nice stretch across the back of my left shoulder, my right shoulder. One more inhale. Exhale, chin comes back to center. Undo your twist. Let's roll your shoulders. Inhale, bring your shoulders forward, then up. Exhale, move them back and down. Your hands can just be in your lap. Inhale, shoulders forward and up. Exhale, shoulders back and down. Good. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, back and down. We're going to do a little more opening of our chest and our shoulders. So I want you to inhale, reach up. Exhale, pump down, cactus arms. So cactus arms or goalpost arms. Look, I've literally made a goalpost from elbow to elbow across the front of my chest. My collarbones are lifted. My heart is lifted. My energy is like lifting, but in a light way. Not like, I'm like gonna do something crazy. Just open yourself. Okay? So inhale, reaching up, lengthening, maybe gazing up. Exhaling, coming down into those cactus arms, but really open across your chest. If you're about to have a day with Zoom meetings and online learning and virtual whatever, you're going to be at your computer. So let's like open this area. All right, one more. Reach up, gaze up. Exhale, open into those cactus arms, shoulders coming back, elbows behind you. Good, good, good. And then exhale, hands come down to your side. We're gonna open up our spine a little bit. So if you can, come onto your hands and your knees. I think all my friends who have their lower extremity injuries can even come onto their hands and their knees. But if you're unable to, for whatever reason, you can always have this leg propped up on something, or you can do this seated as well. So what we're doing is a cat and a cow stretch. So for our first inhale, you lift your chin, you open across your heart, you let your tail lift up. So this is an anterior tilt in my pelvis, a broadening across my shoulders, a lifting of my chin. And then exhaling, rounding through your spine, gazing through your legs, engaging that abdomen, feeling a lengthening across the back of your shoulders. So we inhale, open and stretch that front body in our cow pose. And we exhale, rounding and lengthening that back body. Now, if kneeling, keep going, inhale and exhale. If kneeling's not a good option for you right now, do this in sitting. So wherever you're at, everyone's inhale, we're broadening and opening across the chest, lifting our heart, lifting our gaze. And as we exhale, we're rounding down and through. So we're just alternating, lengthening our front body and our back body. And yoga is really meant to be done at your own pace with your own breath as the leader. So just inhale gently, and the whole length of your inhale, move into that cow pose, maybe rocking back and forth a little bit. Exhaling into that cat pose, maybe letting your hips sway side to side a little bit, kind of playing with like, what does your body need this morning, or what does your body need at this moment? Okay. Just warming up that spine. Good. And then we're going to come back to our comfortable seat. Okay. So make sure if you need something underneath your hips to promote that alignment that you have it. I'm almost always sitting up on a yoga block so that I can have that alignment in my spine. Sitting here, focusing on your breathing, your spine should feel aligned. We're going to reach up both arms. Then you're going to drop your right arm down to the side. We're going to try and come all the way down on that right forearm. Now, if that is not accessible to you, you can use a block or a bolster or a pillow so that your forearm is fully supported on some type of a surface. Our goal in this pose is to lengthen this left side body while lifting and opening our heart, okay? So a few things I want you to think about. Keep your sit bones on the ground. So if your left sit bone's coming up and off the ground, you need a bolster or block, or come back up to your hand, all right? Because the goal is not force yourself into this pose. It's meet your body where it's at to promote lengthening and change in those soft tissues. Gaze down towards that elbow that's supporting you. Inhale here, lengthen one more time. Exhale, press back up, float those arms, come to center. Good. Inhale, reach up. We're going to go to the other side this time. So our goal as we exhale is our left forearm's coming down to the mat. Our right arm is lengthened up by our ear. Your sit bones are down, okay? So remember, if your sit bones are lifting up off the ground and you're tipping over, you need to prop up under that left forearm with a block or a bolster or a pillow or something. Or just come back up to your hand. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. Good. Inhale. Exhale, turn your gaze down towards your elbow. Inhale, lengthen one more time. Reach that arm out. Exhale, float yourself all the way back up to your seat. Good. One more time. Inhale, up. Exhale, floating down to the right. We're going to make this more dynamic. Inhale, up. Both arms come up. Exhale, coming down to the left. Good. 2 more. Inhale, up. Lengthen that spine. Lift your heart. Good. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Good. Last one. Inhale, up. Exhale, down to the right. Inhale, up. Exhale, down to the left. Good. Inhale, come back to your seat. So you should feel, let's roll our neck a little bit. Bring your right ear to your right shoulder. Palms just at your thighs, maybe palm up. Gaze down towards your right knee. Bring your chin to your chest in the center. Gaze down at your left knee. Bring your left ear to your left shoulder. We'll come back through. Gaze down at your left knee. Chin to your chest. Gaze down at your right knee. Right ear, right shoulder. Good. Come back up to center. So our neck should feel good. Our shoulders should feel good. Our spine should feel nice and lengthened out. So let's work on stretching some of our lower body a little bit. So from your comfortable seat, we're going to try and come into a butterfly pose. So butterfly pose is usually familiar to people. That's just like a popular one I feel like athletes do, and you've probably done in gym class before. The goal in this pose is opening of your hips. And in yoga, we talk about our energy flow often, and you have areas of energy in your body that are called chakras. They're just these centers where your energy kind of meets. And there are a number in your lower abdomen, lower region. And so between your sacral chakra and your solar plexus, these areas, we're sitting a lot, we're not moving as much maybe, it can get stagnant. So we want this energy to be open and flow. So for butterfly pose, your goal is to have your legs open like a book and your feet are touching, okay? Now, that may mean your knees are way up here in the air. That's totally fine. But find something to support your legs so you're not feeling this strain of holding your legs up. They're supported by blocks or pillows, okay? If you can have your legs open up, that's fine. It's not better. It's just different. Everyone's body is different, okay? And you can have your feet as close to your body or as far away as your body as your length permits. So find your way into this seated butterfly pose, whatever that looks like for you. And I want your hands to just kind of wrap around your ankles or your legs, whatever is comfortable. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, I want you to fold forward. So you're hinging from your hips. And the goal is to keep those hips open while you do that. So pillows or blocks underneath to support you. I think sometimes the misconception is that, man, if I want to be more lengthened or have more stretch, I just gotta go there 100%. That's not accurate at all. You really need to support your body where it's at so that your body can naturally relax into that pose. And eventually, those muscle fibers will relax. They'll be willing to separate and stretch. And you'll gain length over time and need less support and less blocks and less props. I know you're still here. Keep with that hinge forward. If it feels good, you can have a block or a pillow or a prop in front of you and bring those forearms right on down and work on more of a forward fold in your supine butterfly, okay? So if by doing that you start to tighten up your muscles because it's sore, come back up. If you start to hold your breath, come back up. So in yoga, always let your breathing guide you and always let your breath be the leader to help you understand if you're enough, if you're doing enough, okay? There is no competition with anyone in yoga. And the hard part is to make sure you're not even competing with yourself. One more inhale. And as you exhale, slowly walk yourself back up out of that butterfly. And it usually feels good, but be gentle. Reach under those knees, lift them up, and now you just kind of work a little bit of movement in there, okay? We're gonna modify this slightly for our next stretch. And so one leg is gonna stay in, whichever one you like. I'm gonna leave the left leg in, and you're gonna extend your right leg out, okay? So this is like kind of like a half split pose. And sometimes when I say half split, people already panic, like, oh, I can't do that. Of course you can do something. So maybe you still want those hips up on a block because that aligns your spine better. Maybe this leg needs some bend to it, or it needs to be in closer. That's fine. Maybe this one isn't completely tucked in. So it could look more like my legs are making a figure 4 if that's what is available to you. Okay, so your goal is to always meet your body where it's at. Okay, so we're doing this pose where left leg is bent, right leg is long, spine is elongated. Okay, inhale, reach up, have your fingertips meet above your head, clasp them so you have one finger up and the rest are clasped. And as you exhale, I want you to tilt to the right as far as you can go. This might be it. Maybe you're coming all the way down towards that right leg, okay? The goal is just like in our other seated pose. Your sit bones need to stay down. Your hips need to feel like they're opening. Your chest should feel like it's lifting, okay? If you want to let go of that grasp and bring your forearm inside that leg so that you can go a little deeper into the pose, maybe your left fingertips reach your right toe, your foot's flexed. Okay? Wherever you're at is perfect. You're feeling a lengthening in your left side body. You're feeling an opening in your hips. Part of yin yoga is resisting the urge to get out of the pose before it's time. Your body needs time to relax. Your body needs time to settle your mind, which is why we set an intention so that if you feel these thoughts flooding your mind about what you should be doing today and why are you doing yoga and why is this pose taking so long? Why does my leg feel tight? Let it go. Like a car passing you on the highway. Let it come, let it go, come back to your intention. And you'll find your body just relaxes more and more if you let it. Bothering your neck, gaze down at your knee, but keep your chest open. One more breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, windmill your arms back up to your comfortable seat. Roll those shoulders a few times forward and backward. And this was a one-sided stretch. So now we have to do the other side. And here's where competition with self creeps in. You think, oh my gosh, this has to be the same as the other side. Guess what? No, it doesn't. Because you have different experiences. Inhale, reach up. Grasp your hands the other way, the weird, uncomfortable way. Fingers pointed. Exhale, tilt now to the left. So we're right-handed, or we're left-handed, or we're right-footed, or we're left-footed. We've had injuries, different places. So you really have to be kind to yourself and allow your body to have differences and just be okay with that. Your right leg is bent, your sit bones are on the ground, your left leg is long, flex that left foot. Maybe your left forearm comes inside your left thigh. Your right arm is over by your ear, so your right side body is lengthened. Maybe you're propped up on a block on this left side. Maybe you can reach that toe, maybe you can't. Everything is okay, just working on your breathing, coming back to your intention. Gazing down at your knee if it bothers your neck, but trying to keep that heart lifted. Inhale. Exhale, windmill back up. Good. Bring that leg in. And kind of shake them out a little bit as we prepare for our next stretch. And we're going to work on a little bit of a forward fold series. So I'm just going to turn a little bit. You're probably fine wherever you are. And so in this forward fold, what I'm going to recommend is if you have a strap, have that nearby. And if you have pillows or blocks, you can prop your knees up. A really common tight muscle is the hamstring. And the hamstring muscle crosses over your hip crease in the back, so it gives hip extension. And it crosses over your knee crease in the back, so it gives you knee flexion. So as you can imagine, when I have now hip flexion, knee extension, that muscle is at its fullest capacity of stretch. And for some of us, that doesn't work. Our pelvis is going to roll under if the hamstring is tight, or the knees are going to feel better bent. Okay? So what I'm suggesting is, if you currently feel like you're sitting rolled under on your sacrum, bend your knees and work on your alignment. So we want this upper body straight, okay? So if knees need to be bent, pillows or blocks underneath there, okay? Keeping your spine long. If your toes now look really far away, lasso them with the strap. So the strap is around the ball of your feet, and that comes around just below the outside of your pinky toe on each side, okay? So now that I have this strap, maybe I have blocks, maybe I have knees bent. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. So in your forward fold, hinge from your hips. We're not rounding our spine. So that's as far as you can go. This is perfect. Maybe you can come farther. Maybe now you can reach your toes. Whatever has worked in your favor is fine. When that hinge at the hip stops, then you can let your head and shoulders relax and try to just melt over your legs wherever you're at. You can have pillows or bolsters on your lap that you're folding over. You can have pillows under your knees. Your knees can be bent. Your goal is just to get comfortable wherever it is uncomfortable. Life is an unpredictable journey with a series of ups and downs. You never know when they're going to come. The only thing you have control over in life is how you react to situations. When something happens to you, there's that stimulus. Do you take a second to pause and think, what's my best response? Or do you just snap back with your typical reaction? That, my friends, is where we have opportunity for growth. That's a great quote from Viktor Frankl, right? Where do you have opportunity for growth? So you could be thinking about that very philosophically to try to work on some deep inner part of yourself, mentally or spiritually. Or you could be thinking, where do I have opportunity for growth in my hamstrings right now in this stretch? As you inhale, breathe into wherever you're feeling tightness or restriction. Give that area oxygen. Exhale out what no longer serves you. Let's do 3 breaths together right here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Don't be in such a rush to get out of it. Slowly walk yourself back up to your seat. And we're going to reverse this position into a reverse plank or a reverse tabletop. So place your arms behind you so your spine is lifted. You're going to press down into your hands, down into your heels, lift your hips up. If you can, let your head drop. Inhale, come back to your tall, comfortable seat. We're going to do that one more time. Exhale, press back into that reverse plank. Lift your hips, press down on your heels, open your throat. Come back to your comfortable seat. Good, so we've stretched out our legs, we've stretched out our front body, our back body. Let's do a little bit of a twist now. So, what I'm going to guide you through is one option. You pick what works for you. So with both legs out in front of you, you have a choice. Everyone's going to bring your right knee in. Maybe you're going to keep your left leg long, or what I like to do is actually cross my right leg over my left, bend my left knee, so it comes underneath me. So my seat now are my sit bones, but this right sit bone is kind of on my left heel, okay? So in that cross-legged position, inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, let your breath out. This time, inhale, left arm up. And as you exhale, twist to the right, bringing your left elbow to the outside of your right knee, okay? So you don't have to have this elbow outside. Your left arm can just be hugging your right knee, and you're gently trying to encourage that twist to the right. So it's just wherever your body is at, and it gives you a different stretch. So if I hug this right knee into my body as I twist, I get a really nice stretch in the outside of my right hip because I'm pulling and compressing that leg in, and it's helping compress my inner abdomen and those organs. If I switch to my elbow outside my knee, now I still have that abdominal compression and that spinal twist, but I'm getting more of a stretch on the outside and the back of my left shoulder. So you just have to select which twist is working for you. And just get comfortable here. Let your breath be your focus. Listen to the inhale. Maybe count how long it is. Listen to the exhale. Try to make the inhale and the exhale the same length. Breathe that oxygen into any area that feels constricted or like it's stretching. It needs oxygen to move those nutrients, and then it will relax. Exhale out what no longer serves you, all that carbon dioxide, any negative thoughts or energy. One more inhale. As you exhale, bring your chin back to the center. Undo your twist, unwrap your legs. Everyone's going to have their legs propped up in front, and we're going to do a little windshield wiper. So we're just letting the knees fall side to side. so that we neutralize the spine that we just twisted. Okay, because we have two sides, so we're going to do the other side. So remember, you can right leg straight, left leg hugged in, hug that left leg and start your twist. This is perfect. You can cross your right leg over, hug that leg in, do your twist. Or you can add that other little, I don't know why I like to do it that way. I think for me, it helps me actually have a more grounded seat when my leg is bent in, and it's a tighter compression. And so as I inhale my right arm up and I exhale, bringing my right elbow outside my left knee, coming into a twist, this compression and twisting actually wrings out your inner organs and gives opportunity for blood flow, for nutrient flow, for energy flow, which our bodies need. And with a lot of our virtual world right now, we're just doing a lot of sitting, and that can get stagnant. So this twisting is such a beautiful preparation for your day. I'm so happy you chose to take time for yourself to do this morning. You're going to feel better at the start of your day. Let's take 3 breaths together here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. As you exhale, chin to the center, undo your twist. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to your body. That's where you have to start. Windshield wiper your knees. If you want to be kind to other people, you have to first be kind to yourself. So we've done some really nice twisting. We're going to do just a few more things this morning. We're going to do a nice inversion on our back. So this might be a good opportunity if you have a block or a pillow or a bolster. As you gently come down onto your back side, I'm going to give you 2 options for your inversion. You can just lift your hips and put a block under your hips for a supported bridge. That at least is getting your hips up so that fluid is flowing back towards your heart. But if you're able to, and if it feels good, I want your legs to go up. So this is legs up the wall, Viparita Karani. You can go scoot next to a wall if you want and totally support yourself. That feels real good. And if you do that, put one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. If you're laying on the ground, just your hands can be at your side, or you can do one hand on your low belly and your heart. Okay? Close your eyes. There's no more distraction. There's nothing complicated about this inversion. And what this allows your body to do is usually your muscles have to pump the fluid and the blood and the nutrients and everything back up against gravity to your heart. And in this position, there's no effort. The fluid just flows from the tips of your toes down through your lower leg, all the way back to your pelvis. Our pelvis is elevated up on a block, so that even more helps that fluid flow back towards your heart in a very calming way. And it literally calms your nervous system. And so I actually really like this position. If at any point during your day you're feeling anxious, you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling like, your attitude or your mood is like not quite right, get into this inversion. It is so simple. You literally pop your legs up. We're mostly all working from home now, so nobody can see you. Do whatever you want. And just have this opportunity for a reset whenever you need it. What is so important about yoga is not that you have a place that you go and a person that you listen to and the perfect mat and the perfect clothes. None of that matters. What matters is you know how to use the principles of yoga and the physical positions, the asanas, to help you, to link your mind and your body, to yoke together yourself. That's what I hope you take away from any of the classes that you attend with me, is how to take what we're doing on our mat with you in your day. Roll your ankles. Go ahead and lift your arms up too. Roll your wrists. Whatever direction you chose, move them in the opposite direction now. And the only thing we have left is our pose of final rest, which is Shavasana today. So when you're ready, bend your knees, bring one foot down at a time. So we'll all be in a supported bridge. Then we'll all lift our hips, take that block out, and come into Shavasana. So for Shavasana, I'm going to use a pillow today. Man, this feels nice. You can also put a pillow under your knees if you want. And so you're really supporting your body. And so my legs are open, my arms are spread out to the side. Take up all the space that you can. Like spread out like a starfish if that feels good. And we're just going to rest here. Close your eyes. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale together. Pull in that intention. Open your mouth. Exhale. Anything that no longer serves you. Relax here for a few minutes. This is our final reset. It's like a system update. Absorb all the benefit of the practice we just did. I'll bring you back when it's time. Gently wiggle your fingers and your toes, keeping your eyes closed. Being purposeful about the movements you're adding back into your body. When you're ready, reaching under your thighs, helping your legs come back up into a feet supported position. And then roll onto your comfortable side, right or left, and just rest there for a moment. This is one of the best feelings in the whole world, of just being so quiet, your mind, your body, so centered, so grounded. It's a gift you gave yourself this morning, right? Gently press yourself back up into your comfortable seat. Maybe at this point in your practice, your comfortable seat looks a little bit different, and that's okay. You can gently blink your eyes open if that feels right to you. Inhale, we'll take a breath together, gaze up at the sky. Exhale, hands, heart, center. Come back to your intention as we go out and start your day. I'm so grateful you chose to start it with me. I'm so grateful you chose for yourself the opportunity to align your body, and in doing so, opportunity to align your mind and your spirit as well. Namaste literally means the light and the love inside of me sees, honors, and cherishes the light and the love inside of you. If that resonates with you, we can bow to each other and say, Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I hope that you had an enjoyable practice. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please do so. There's lots of exercises and workouts for you, power yin classes, power vinyasa classes, little workshops to help you. So I just love sharing my practice with you. Namaste. Thank you for coming today.